is the unique cultures that you get from the Army, Navy, the Air Force, and the Marine Corps. And they're great. And when you bring those cultures together and you have this jointness, because we're essentially raised joint. And that is the strength of special operations. And it's the fun part of special operations. As a Navy guy, you get to understand how Army Green Berets and Rangers work. You get to understand how Air Force Special Tactics guys work. You get to understand how Marine commandos work. It's fabulous. It's a great environment. So I think special operations really does represent the strengths of all the services. But we can't do what the big services do. So this idea that somehow special operations are the end-all be-all and they can solve all the problems, absolutely not the case. You know, we can't stop people from owning the Straits of Hormuz. The Navy needs to do that. You can't stop the North Koreans from coming south. That's what a big army's for. U.S. Special Operations has got a very nice niche that we operate in.
I think. How do you define that niche?
Well, I think that niche really is this balance between unconventional warfare, our ability to kind of man, train, and equip a force, a guerrilla force, if you will, but also our ability to conduct direct action. So we have to operate in this kind of human domain. This is about training our allies. This is about understanding how populations and people work. But it's also then the hard side of the direct action side. These are the raids. And we do both of those exceedingly well. Most of what special operations do are really training our foreign counterparts. And that's frankly some of the most rewarding work we do. When you look around the areas we've operated for 70 years in Asia and in Latin America, over in parts of Africa, you see the good footprints, the good fingerprints, excuse me, of U.S. Special Operations everywhere. And that's a very rewarding part of our mission.
If someone says this is Black Ops stuff, would you say proudly yes?
Well, the term Black Ops has this kind of negative connotation. Again, probably 75% of what we do is not really classified. It's just training our allies. And again, that's a very rewarding and probably one of the most important things we do. The Black Ops piece of it are the classified missions, but Black Ops kind of implies this: you're a little bit off the grid. Nothing we do.
Almost renegades.
Yeah, and that's as far from the truth as it comes. In fact, in special operations, we probably have more oversight than any other unit, because most of the operations, if they are outside the theater of war, they are approved by the President of the United States. So you mentioned earlier, before we started the taping, about the 4 lawyers that were part of the decision to go get bin Laden.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, we have lawyers in every unit within Special Operations to make sure that we're following the law of armed conflict, the rules of engagement. It is really about the discipline and the integrity of the unit. What makes us good is the fact that we're not cavalier, is that we rehearse and we rehearse and we rehearse, and that's what makes you good. Now, you have to be unconventional. You have to have imagination. But if you don't partner that imagination with rigid discipline and rehearsals on top of rehearsals, then you're never going to be able to pull off the kind of imaginative op. This idea that you can just be cavalier and a cowboy, you grab your gun and you go do a sophisticated mission.
Not the way it works.
Not the way it works.